Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. So getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Dark World Thorns. Just kidding, but Dark World is very much the main theme of tonight's video, starting out with Lucent Netherworld of the Dark World. This is still, to the date, a solo print here in the TCG for us as super rare, and this is going for some pretty interesting price points here. Starting market price for near mint first edition is about 11 bones, and that continues to trickle up after that. There's not really many stacks here. There's one single stack of 5 here, and let's go ahead and take a look at unlimiteds. Unlimiteds are about the same price, if not even more, interesting enough, so kind of interesting. So this card is a level 6. It is like the highest special summon monster technically besides the new Grapha monsters at 24, and it's, you know, it basically allows you the opportunity to go into your rank 6 plays. There's a lot of rank 5 plays and a lot of level 8 plays, but this just allows you to give you that option. So interesting enough on that. So next is going to be Danger, the Danger Engines. So there's plenty of Danger cards that have great potential to be used. It's an amazing generic splashable engine, and it just is a minefield of gold for Dark World specifically. And I'm just going to review some of my personal sections that I think are most likely to be used and the reasons why. So the first is going to be Nessie, of course. Now this card is the searcher of the deck. It's got amazing artwork, and I think that if you're using a relatively medium-sized to large Danger package, this is probably going to be at least a one of, if not maybe more. So original secret rare variant starting out of Cybernetic Horizon as the OG prints. These are quite pricey. Lightly played first edition copies are going to be 26 bones, and they go to 30 bones for near mint first editions. Switch over to bulk prices, and it's going to be about 28 for lightly played first editions. And if you want unlimiteds, we'll go ahead and switch over. It doesn't look like there's any bulk prices for unlimiteds, but if we take off the bulk prices, it looks like there is an unlimited here for about 17-ish, give or take. So not a very affordable card to a certain extent. There are alternative variants, of course. More specifically, I think the premium gold rares are very, very affordable. There is the ultra rares, you know, if you hate your life and you want to get something really disgusting, but these actually don't look that bad. I actually just recently ordered a playset of these to have for myself. Now I do have the original Secrets first edition, but those are for like collectability purposes. I'm going to be playing with these gold rares personally, and these are extremely affordable. If we even switch over to bulk prices, you're just going for about pretty much 2 bones all across the board here, and there is a fat stack of 39 here. So really great stuff on the Nessie. Next is going to be Mothman. So Mothman is a Dark World dealings on legs. It's a level 4, it's a dark, it's got a lot of good stuff. I think actually all the Dangers are dark, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're all dark. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong, maybe right, but anyway, this just screams Dark World all over it. Really great opportunity in this card, and this one came as a prismatic secret rare here out of the Mega Pack 19 pack, and I love prismatic secret rare. It's just amazing. So starting market price for this is going for good money too. Lightly played first edition copy is going to be about 6+. For near mint lightly played, I'll be about almost Phantom under 7 actually here. Let's go ahead and take a look at bulk prices. There's only a few here. Starting market price is going to be roughly around 7-8 bones, give or take. So pretty awesome. There is of course the original super rare variants from Soul Fusion, which are going to be more affordable if you guys are into that. So we'll look at first edition copies, and those are going for about 4 bones after you factor in shipping. Let's take a look at bulk prices. For bulk prices, again, about 5-6 after you factor in shipping on those. So I really do like the prismatics. Honestly, if you like pair on pair, the prismatic versus the super, this really makes the super look like garbage. Not to discredit the super, just the prismatics look very gorgeous. Next is going to be Bigfoot. So there's two things about Bigfoot. One, well, you know, it's a dark, so, you know, as apparently all the dangers here. So Allure of Darkness target, it's also a level 8. Dark World has endless capabilities for rank 8 plays for XYZs, and it has a destruction effect. It also happens to be a 3k beater, so that always helps a lot. And it can be special summon, all that great stuff that goes along with the engine of Dark Worlds, and very much their style. So original print Cybernetic Horizon as a secret rare, and these are also quite pricey. Starting market price for first edition lightly played is going to be around 12 bones, and quickly goes up to about 15. And let's take a look at bulk prices. Stacks near mint first edition are going to be 17 bones for this 8 stack, and it continues to trickle up after that. If you want unlimiteds, I do not recommend unlimiteds. There's some healthier alternatives to this, but unlimiteds are going to be about 12-ish. There's a single stack here for 12. Now there are more affordable options, just like Nessie, the premium gold rares, which I honestly don't think, you know, they're not like the most aesthetically pleasing things, but they're extremely affordable. They're available in bulk, and, you know, for playability purposes, it's fine. Just, you know, swallow your pride and play it. It's really not that big of a deal. It's a lot better than spending almost 17 bones plus for the secrets. Now, I have the secret first, but that's just because I have the deck core for collectability purposes. But, you know, again, there's healthier alternatives for playability purposes. This doesn't exist, and interesting enough, really quick, I'll show you these. These are going for very, very affordable price points. About not even 2 bones, about 2 bones. It gets up to about 2 bones here for stacks for this gold. But there's an alternative artwork, which I think this looks really badass. I really, really like this alternative artwork, so I'm not usually a fan of alternative artworks. I don't really think they look good, but I think they did this one very, very well. I like how they completely took a different outlook on this, like changed the coloring, made it more like of a Yeti winter monster, and it just looks really, really awesome. I like this a lot. So these are really affordable too. These are like not even 2 bones, roughly around 2 bones, and this is for bulk prices too. We can see there's a stack of 18 here, stack of 30 here for 2 bones, pretty much all across the board, near mint first editions. These are the personal copies that I got. I got a playset of these and a playset of Nessies, because I think these are just, you know, for the price and availability, it's going to be amazing to use in your engine when you guys build this deck with the new support and all that stuff. Alright, tour guide is going to be next. So the reason why I'm talking about tour guide is because everyone knows the infamous play, slap a tour guide on board, rip a level 3 from your deck, go into a Leviair play, you know, Gates removes your fiend monsters, you can special summon a Snow or a Brow or something else really juicy, bounce it back, compulse it with Grapha, slap a Grapha on the board, and you got a Grapha on the board and recycle factor and card advantage on the field, and it's just really, really amazing. One of the all-time most classic nostalgic combos, like way back in the day when the original structure deck came out. Really good stuff. So this is the original variant, Extreme Victory Secret Rares. We're going to look at some first editions. Like played variants, first edition are going to be around 69 bones, and then if you want some near mint action, we'll switch over to significantly increases to 95. And let's take a look at bulk prices. So bulk prices, lightly played first edition, about 70, and then 95 again for near mint. So awesome. Interesting enough, if you do want some unlimiteds, there is a stack here. One playset for 42 for lightly played, and then there's a 5 stack from Core TCG for 60. So completely up to you on that. Again, if you guys are going to go out, if you're going to go secret rare, you might as well just go first edition. That's just kind of some white Mexican theory for you guys. There is the ultimate rares, of course, if you're just sick in the mind. These came out like way too dark. I mean, they're nice, don't get me wrong. I like the ultimate rares. I used to have a playset. I got the ultimate rares like when they first came out a long time ago. Really showing my age here, but they're very expensive. So I mean, because with the hype of Dark World, I honestly think you should push these off and invest in the first edition secrets, specifically near mints for collectability purposes, and then play with lower rarity in your games. But again, that's just some white Mexican theory for you guys. That's personally just what I'm doing. Even lightly played copies are, you know, 300 plus. And then near mint is going for, you know, 348. So really expensive. Sell this card if you guys, unless you're like an avid. I mean, I love tour guide. Like I have a tour guide tattoo. I'm a huge Dark World fanboy favorite, and tour guide is like the waifu babe of certain things, and it's pretty great. But anyway, sold my ultimates, and I'm keeping my first edition secrets, and I have like tons of first edition secrets. It's my all-time favorite. It's personally my favorite rarity. It's just like Maxi. I would have mounds of first edition secret rare maxis over the ultimate rares, but that's just me personally. Nothing against the ultimate rares, but I like secret rare first edition original print more. There's Duelist Saga, and then there's also the 2012 tin promos, which are a couple bones here. There also is, and this is my personal favorite, my second favorite to the original secret first, is actually the Battle Pack Epic Dawn Star Foil, specifically for first editions. These actually look really, really cool. They're like makeshift DT, and like the Star Foil is hollow foil and just pop really well, and it's really awesome. So these are about 3-ish 4 bones for first edition lightly plates, and about 5 for near mints. There's 2 pages availability. It doesn't look like there's options to do stacks on this, unfortunately, and this has always kind of been like a dwindling variant of this card. Next is going to be Lilith. So we're going to be getting into some level 3s that you could potentially rip out from your deck with the effective tour guide. Lilith is going to be the first one. I have to say, all the Lady of Lamech cards have blowout artwork. I think they look fantastic. Some of them are really, really good. Lilith is probably one of the better ones. Interesting enough, this is still, to the day, a solo print from Structure Deck Layer Darkness. And Layer Darkness, there's a lot of solo prints in this structure deck, which is pretty interesting that they haven't seen the light of day on reprints. So pretty good market value for this card. So let's see here. We're gonna take a look. I don't know why my filter's changed. So it's gonna be about 5 bones, give or take. There's some European Italiano ones if you guys are into that. About 5-6 bones, pretty much all across the board for first edition variants. And we're gonna go ahead and switch over to bulk prices, and it's gonna jump up to about 7+ for stacks on this, so it gets quite pricey. This is insane, 50 bones. These people are very, very ambitious for a structure deck ultra rare. It is a solo print, but still, that's very, very ambitious. Okay, so great stuff on Lilith. Next is going to be Fiendish Rhino. This is the highest rarity that we have of this card as the OTS Tournament Pack 2 Super Rares. This is a fantastic card. This is a double Foolish Burial for the deck, which is really, really cool. And okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. Lightly played variants are gonna be about 6-ish, give or take, and near mint are gonna be about the same, but about 7. There's a stack of 3 here for 7 bones near mint. 3 pages availability. Let's see if there's any other stacks. So very sporadic increase here from 7 to 25. So this card slips very quickly. Other variants, there is a common that no one really cares about. There is the original rares from Breaker's Shadow. So for playability purposes, if you want to get a first edition stack, this should be relatively affordable. There's a stack of 18 here. Those are Italiano, and they're about $1-2. But the first one here is 0.5 bone. Only a 3 stack though. So, but anyway, there's options on this card. Really, really great stuff. And next is going to be Octhros. So this card is just another searcher. You can rip your graph. You can rip the new graph. I think is there like a new level 8? I can't remember, but there's the fusion. But anyway, this deck has infinity options for rank A plays. So there's a lot of amazing rank 8s that you can run in this deck. So most of them fiend too. So it's you can proc this effect very easily. Believe these were only commons if I'm not mistaken. This is the original Cross Souls, which is a really great, awesome set. This was the set that we got. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which is awesome as the original secret. And these are just, pretty much quarters on the dollar all across the board, even for stacks. Very, very affordable, being that it's just a common. Again, there was the original, and then there was the Mega Pack reprint as the mirrored rarity of common. Something that kind of obscure is going to be next. So Dark Spirit of Banishment and Dark Spirit of Malice. So these have really cool artwork. These are getting reprints. They're getting downgrade reprints. I believe they're both getting uncommon reprints in the new Legendary Deluxe Season 3, I believe it is. But the original prints are ultra rares, and they're a couple bones, so you guys can pause the video, read the effects on these. I don't know how I feel about these. I personally don't know. Probably may not even like tech these in. Maybe like a one of for each, maybe not. I'm not really sure. Just kind of see how it plays through. Really great artwork though. Both these have really awesome blowout artwork, and again, they're level 3 Dark Fiends, so they fit the bill perfectly. Starting market price for Banishment is going to be around 2-ish, 3 before you factor in shipping. Even for bulk prices here, it's relatively affordable, easily accessible, and it's pretty much about the same for Malice. It's going to be about 3-ish bones. Yeah, about 3-ish bones. And then there's a stack of 7 here for 3 near mint first edition. 4 pages of availability. So do what you want with that. Next is going to be, of course, Levier himself, the one and only. This is the highest rarity as the original Generation Force Ultimate Rare. Amazing history merit on this. This was a set that dawned XYZs, which is just, you know, blowout, amazing format. I think it was like 2011-ish era of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is really awesome. Alright, so lightly played first edition Ultimate Rares, 85 bones. And if you want near mints, they're going to go to 104 bones. If you want bulk prices, we're going to switch over to stacks. First stack is going to be 118 bones, and then quickly goes to 200. Now, if you want an unlimited, there is no unlimiteds available for stacks apparently, so we'll take that off. But unlimiteds trickle down significantly to about a Phantom under 40 bones for about 39. Okay, so of course there's other variants of this. There's the original ultra rares from the same set. First edition copies near mints are going to be around 13 bones, and for some reason lightly playeds are more expensive than that, so that's kind of interesting. And let's see, doesn't look like there's any options to do bulk stacks for this one particularly. Let's check unlimiteds. Unlimiteds are going to be about 10 bones, and it doesn't look like there's any availability to do bulk prices on unlimiteds as well, so kind of interesting. But personally, I really don't like this ultra. If you're gonna go all out, get the ultimate. If you're not gonna get the ultimate, I highly recommend that you guys get the 10 super rare promos. Again, 2012 holding it down, had some really amazing reprints, and I believe these are going for a couple bones here. Let's check this out. So this is going for 3-4 after you factor in shipping. These are all onesie stacks, unfortunately, on the first page, so we'll switch over to bulk prices, and that's where it trickles up a little bit more. I mean, 535 here for this 3 stack, and then goes to 7 and then 8. So you know, pretty good for it's, you know, very old tin promo, but pretty good for a promo nonetheless. Next is going to be Archfiend Harris. So there's a combo that you can do, and again, like, it's completely player preference. Dark World, the best thing about Dark World is it's so relatively generic and it's very splashable, and there's a lot of different things you can do with it, and you can really build it the way that you want. And that's one of the main reasons why I just absolutely obsess over this deck, and I think it's so great. So there's a combo you can do. You can rip this with Tour Guide, and then you can basically send it off with Levier as a XYZ material to rip run from your remove from play zone, and basically you activate her effect and you can proc her to search for Emperor, which again can give you a level 8 presence on the field. If you want to use your normal summon that, you don't have to do that. It can be an Allure Darkness target. It can also be a trade-in or advanced draw target for draw power fodder as well. So completely up to you on that. So that's kind of the whole combo of why I'm showing those two. Next is going to be Doom King. So you're probably wondering, well, why is a zombie boss monster in very much a Dark Fiend deck that is Dark World? Well, the thing is you're pretty much almost always going to have gates, at least if you're running the deck right and you're getting to the combos and pieces that you need. You're gonna have gates to the Underworld, and Doom King here, you don't need Zombie World. There just needs to be a field magic card available here, active on the field for you to proc this from the grave. So obviously you're not really going to be, this isn't going to be a control card in this deck. You're not really going to be negating or anything like that, but It does have potential to be a 28 swing, and it also is a dark, and it is a level 8, and that's the most important thing, is this gives you fodder to go into your rank 8 plays potentially. It's a little bit slower, it's a little bit chunkier. It can also be pitched from the hand for a trade-in or a Lure Darkness. If it summons the field, you can use Advanced Draw. There's just a lot of options with this, so I wanted to showcase this because I think it does have potential. So really quick, the original Ultras, not the crap Ultras from Ghost of the Past 2, these are insanely affordable. They're not even 2 bones, even for bulk prices for first edition near mint. So just wanted to showcase that for you guys really quick. Next is going to be Darkness Diablos. And again, Structure Deck layout, still to the day, this has not seen a reprint. Again, there's a lot of blockbuster cards from the Structure Deck. I'm really kicking myself in the butt for not investing in this, just like Zombie Horde, because for the longest time, there's a lot of solo prints in Zombie Horde, again, until Ghost of the Past 2. But, or maybe was it Ghost of the Past 1? Whatever the reprints were, I can't remember if it was Ghost of the Past 1 or 2 that reprint the Zombie Horde deck core stuff. Anyway, a lot of solo prints, a lot of good money, and again, now it may not be a fiend, but it is a level 8, and it is a dark, and it's a 3k beater, and you can special summon and all that good stuff. And maybe this is another engine. This is very much another dark based engine that you can utilize to paste to maybe blend in, and maybe it'll work. So start market prices for this, interesting enough, this market price is kind of all over the place. I don't really know what's going on here. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out. So some Italiano ones here, and then, well, let's do bulk prices here. So about 3 bones. Lightly played first edition's 3 bones. Near mint, there's a stack of 4 here for 3 bones. If you factor in shipping, and then a lot of Italiano stuff here, but only 1 page of availability for bulk prices. So anyway, okay, food for thought. Next is going to be Malefic Stardust Dragon. So what's really cool about this card is, again, it gives you that level 8 field presence and prevalence to give you options to go into your rank 8 plays. It's a dark, so again, it can be an Allure Darkness target, it can be a trade-in target, it can be an advanced draw target, and it protects your field magic cards. So your gates gets protected by this, which is really, really good. There is a major downfall. This card is not going to be on the field for very long. The main thing that I like about this card, and the reason why I would use this card, is again for fodder, for trade-in, advanced draw, or for Allure Darkness, but more specifically just to slap on the field when Gates is out to go into an XYZ rank 8 play, because this effect right here that other monsters you control cannot declare an attack is just way too impactful. Dark World is a speed deck, it's a rush deck, it swarms, it tries to continuously slap your opponent in the face with multiple 3000 beaters, and it just, that's just way too restrictive. So again, this thing is not going to be on the field too long, so it may be nice for a turn to protect that Gates, but me personally, my play style, this is going for a rank 8 fodder, or it's going for a draw 2 fodder with a magic card or something like that. So really quick, let's go ahead and take a look. So about 3 bones for lightly played, and about 4ish give or take for near mint. We'll check bulk prices. Again, this is the Shonen Jump Ultra Rares. This is my personal favorite variant of this. Again, Shonen Jump is part of the very small pocket of the market that I really do appreciate. Near mint copies, there's actually a stack of 6 here, so again, brand new seller, you gotta start out somewhere, so it is what it is. 5 bones here, and then it quickly goes to 4 times for 20 after stacks, which is pretty insane. Okay, and then of course there is, again, I believe it was 2012 or 2011, only 2 variants of this. Incredible. It's such an old card, and it only has two prints, so I sense a reprint sometime in the near future, potentially, depending on well, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so two bones, lightly played, near mint, doesn't really matter, they're all pretty much 2 bones across the board here for the super reprints. And bulk prices, again, are going to still be about 2 plus this 1 bone shipping, and then there's just some 3, about 4. It's kind of weird. They're like all like over the place. Anyway, about 3-4 bones or so, give or take, if you want the super rares. But the ultra rares are so affordable. They're 5 bones. Just get the ultra rares. They're Shonen Jump. They're collectibles. They're awesome. Next can be Beast King Barbaros. So again, this can be slapped on board without tributing. Just gives you some more level 8 fodder on the board for your XYZ plays. Of course, it has this effect that you can do if you actually have the board to to tribute 3 monsters. You can clear your opponent's board, which is pretty cool. A little side tech, I guess. But again, it's going to be primarily for XYZ plays for rank 8s or fodder for your trade-in or advanced draw, whatever it may be. This is also the Jump Ultra Rare promo variant. This is going for about 5 bones for near mint. And let's go ahead and switch over to bulk prices and go to about 9 bones for a stack of 4 for lightly played, and then 13 bones for near mint stacks. There also was another super rare, interesting enough, the same set, 2011 super rare tins, which is really going to be the only other options because everything else is pretty much common. And these are probably insanely affordable. No one ever talks about this card anymore. Back in the day, this is, you know, skill drain beater. You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, so 30, stack of 30 near mints for 0.5 a bone. So insanely affordable, pretty much under a bone all across the board for the first page here. 3 pages of availability even for bulk prices. Good stuff. Lava Golem is going to be next. So one of the OG Generation 1 hand traps right up there with Karibo. Really awesome stuff. So this is a Fiend, this is a level 8, and it very much can take care of 2 troublesome potential control monsters from your opponent's field. Who knows? Deal some burn damage at the end of the game. A lot of options to this card. Once it goes in the grave, of course, it can be fodder for gates, so you can remove it for gates to get your pitch and draw. Really awesome stuff. So this is the original secret rare variants out of Pharaonic Guardian. OG prints, really awesome stuff, and these are going for really good money. Lightly played first edition copies, starting market price is 33 bones. And if you want a near mints quickly go up to about 66 and continue to trickle up after that. Let's see bulk prices for first edition copies. Apparently there is no bulk prices for first edition copies. Let's take a look to see if there's any unlimiteds. So there is a stack of 3 for 12 plus 3 bone shipping. And then if you guys just want to see some other regulars across the board, I mean, even unlimiteds lightly played are going to be 11 bones plus, even for onesie stacks. So all around, really good value in this card, and there's a lot of really great alternatives. You have the dual terminal 3 super rares, like original dual terminal, which is, you know, really great, which is going for some pretty good money. There's Dark Revs Ultra Rare, Dark Revs 1, which is really cool because it's Dark Revs. There's Retro Pack Super Rare, which is, like, you know, insanely rare, hard to get. There's the Invasion of Chaos Special Edition promos, which are insanely old. There also is the Chapter 1. There's the Chapter 1, Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1, which those are probably pretty affordable too. The last time I looked, they were a couple bones. I'm not really sure why this is not coming up. Let's see. Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. This is, like, I apologize, this is going to be a little bit of an adventure to get to this, but I don't know why it wasn't populating when I searched it directly. So here are, these are, so again, so I invested in this set, and, you know, it's a long haul investment. A lot of this set is just completely like worthless right now. Emphasis on the right now. Eventually, I'm talking about long investment, like 5-10 years. I think we'll see some great articulation value on this set, but it's just not the same. Like, it's, you really kind of have to, like, twist and pry and really, like, kind of shake the card to really see the DT hollow foiling, unfortunately. So it's just not as good quality as the original OG DT. But these are going for, these ultra rare DTs are going for about 3 bones, 3-ish bones, 3-4-ish. For your factor in shipping. So another healthy alternative. You can get the original super rare DTs, you can get these ultra rare DTs, or you can get the secrets. There's a lot of options with this, so all around awesome card. Next is going to be Abominable Unchained Soul, and I don't know why it says Ignition Assault here. I don't know if this was a solo print, but I know this was the original print. I don't know if there's other variants. I'm pretty sure that this is the only variant, I guess, as a super rare. So this is pretty cool. Obviously, you can proc it out relatively easily. It is a dark. It is level 8. It's a Fiend. It's a 3K beater. So, you know, completely, you know, if the shoe fits, it's awesome. And let's see, so there's a stack of 9 here for about 2-ish bones for lightly played first edition, and then again about 2-ish bones for this 15 stack, and just plenty of availability. Again, you know, the Ignition Assault is a new set, and this is, you know, this whole engine is kind of interesting. I read through a lot of these cards, and it's a pretty interesting engine. Maybe it'll see more than just this card, but instantly, that this being a Fiend, being a Dark, a level 8, it has great synergy with Dark World, so pretty interesting. Next is gonna be the Suppression Pluto. So I guess they're all doing that. That's kind of interesting now. I really like how they changed this up. If you guys noticed this is pretty nice that they did this drop down here. I guess they're all putting the set on the right of the names now. Anyway, so this is a secret rare out of Dragons of Legend Unleashed, and this has really cool artwork. What's really awesome about this is you can combo it. So Dark World is pretty infamous for using Drag Down to the Grave, as well as occasionally Mind Crush. So there's a couple different options that this deck uses to peek in your opponent's hand and kind of get a little vision of the future, and this card definitely takes advantage of it. So if you can find a way to special summon this out, of course it has all the other things, being that it's a Dark, it's a Fiend, it's a level 8, so all the other fodder material for that. Really cool combo, because once per turn you can basically peek in your opponent's hand and figure out what they have, and even if you don't have Mind Crush or Drag Down to the Grave, which most likely you probably will drag down to the grave, pretty much everyone runs 3 copies of that, and it's just an amazing card. You can rip a card next turn, and this is pretty awesome. You can basically just steal one of their magic or traps, or you can basically permanently change a heart, which is really strong. Anyway, awesome stuff, and it's the best thing is it's insanely affordable, and you know, stacks, first edition, near mint, lightly played, all under a bone pretty much until you get to here. It is kind of dwindling though. There is only 1 page, so maybe people, I can't be the only one that's maybe noticed this combo, but I think that's something that's a little less known about this card. And then, of course, the other one is just a common that no one really cares about. Okay, so something is going to be a little bit of a reach next. Fable Dianaria, however you pronounce this. This is the dual terminal 4 rares, which just look again, original DT is just immaculate. It's amazing. So this, I'm still trying to kind of figure out a way to get this out. So the only Fable that people have really used in the past for Dark World that's really been popularized in the mainstream has been Fabled Raven, because it's basically a card destruction on legs, and it's a tuner and all the other stuff, and you can, you know, basically make it another, if you have enough cards to pitch, you can make it another level 8 and go into some more XYZ plays for your rank 8s. Anyway, this card is extremely affordable. Very interesting wording. I tried to look up some ruling on this because it kind of like, I was like, okay, can you use it on your opponent's turn? And then you must be able to, because normal spell cards can only be activated on your opponent's turn. So there's a really weird wording and very specific word choices, and it's just kind of a little chunky. But all around, you know, if you can get this out, this is an amazing control card. Obviously, you're going to use this to trigger your Dark World monster's secondary effects. Your opponent's effect basically says that you discard a card, so you get the double effect for your Dark World monsters, which is really cool. It's very strong. Again, the only thing is I'm just trying to figure out how to bust it out. So again, it's not a Dark, but it is a level 8, and it's a Fiend, and pretty great attack at 28. So all around awesome stuff, and this is insanely affordable. I mean, near mint copies, 0.25 of a bone here is 14 copies, then 34 for 34, 34 for 34. And yeah, really awesome stuff. So there is the original secret rare variants from Hidden Arsenal, so these are so affordable. I highly recommend that you guys go for these if these see any kind of play. I don't think that this will see more than a 1 proc copy. If people are playing this, I don't think they'll play more than 1. It all just depends on how we figure out how to kind of get this out really quick and just spam it out, because no one uses the Fable engine in like a very influential way. I mean, maybe someone, but it's kind of hard to blend the two. There isn't too many Fables that really stick with the style of Dark World's like really aggressive style. Okay, so the original secret rare variants here, and these are insanely affordable too. Again, if you're going to go for the original prints, if the DTs run out, go for first editions. And these are going to be about, you know, 35 for 6. And they're, you know, first couple stacks are under a bone, so plenty of availability on that. Trade-in is going to be next. So again, all these level 8s. a lot stuff like Grapha you want in the grave anyway, so pretty awesome stuff. Great draw power fodder. This is the secret rare variants out of Legendary Collection Kaiba. Legendary Collection Kaiba's collection, or Legendary Collection Kaiba. Anyway, this is pretty good money. So first edition Lightly Playeds are going to be about 8 bones, give or take, after you factor in shipping. And then they go to about 10 for near mint first editions. Let's switch over to bulk prices. Bulk prices instantly go to about 12. Phantom under 12, then 13, then 20. So really not a lot of availability on this for stacks, and it gets quite pricey. Let's, just out of curiosity, we'll throw in some unlimiteds. Unlimiteds are non-existent for stacks, so this really do like this variant a lot. But what a lot of people don't, there's the ultra rares from Legendary Collection for Joey's World, which is, if it's Legendary Collection, so even though it's disgusting ultra rare, it's okay in my book because it's Legendary Collection, which is some of the most infamous sets of all time to me. But what a lot of people don't talk about, you got the super rare, ultra rare, secret rare, trifecta, awesome. But I don't think a lot of people notice is that there's a turbo pack Booster 1, very much the very first turbo pack, which is very old. It is just a rare, but again, it's not just like a normal rare, it's a turbo pack rare, which I think is really, really cool. And the last time I checked this card out, it was like, under a bone for several copies, and now it's about 2 bones, so still very, very affordable. I mean, 2 bones for Lightly Played, stack of 3, 2 bones for a stack of 4, then it goes to 4. Obviously there's not too many, so maybe check other platforms, but if you want to go and nab these, I think this is really underrated. This is just an amazing draw card in general, and yeah, the secret rares look really nice. I have first edition secrets myself, but I have a lot more turbo pack rares because I think they just look awesome. And it's a really old, hard to find set. And of course you have the collector's rare, so Ancient Guardians, Dawn Day collector's rare. This looks pretty nice, but again, these collector's rares are just like so ridiculously expensive. I really don't think it's worth it to me. I mean, if I had the collector's rare, I would just sell them, and I would, I'd play with my rares and then hold my secrets for collectability purposes. But starting market price for these is about 80 bones for first edition copies, near mint Lightly Playeds, or for Lightly Played, then near mints go to about Phantom under 90 bones. So ouch, that's gonna really bust the wallet. So very, very expensive, but do whatever you want with that. Next is going to be Advanced Draw. So this is going to be the highest rarity that we have of this card as an ultra rare from Legendary Collection 5Ds. And let's see here. One thing I wanted to point out about this is it doesn't have to specifically be a level 8. I used to think this was just level 8, but it says level 8 or higher. So that gives you a little bit of a stretch of range, as opposed to trade-in. Trade-in has to be specifically a level 8, which is very restrictive, but not really too restrictive in this deck because you have plethora of level 8s to play. But just keep that in mind, that this one has a little bit of a flex, that it can do more than just, it's level 8 or higher. So, which is pretty cool. And it has cardboard on cardboard artwork, which is really awesome. Alright. So this is going to be bound pretty much 2 bones after you factor in shipping across the board for first edition variants. Let's see if there's any bulk prices. So there is 1 stack here for a bone, and then a bone 99-cent shipping from Fat Panda Cards. Really cool name on that. So awesome. Again, Dark World is one of my favorite all-time decks of like ever. When I came back into the game, I played as a kid from 2002 to like 2004, 2005 era, and then I stopped playing, and then I came back into the game in the summer after senior year of high school in 2011, and this was one of the very first like meta decks that I picked up, and it was a very infamous time and a very infamous format for me. Very special, very nostalgic, a lot of really amazing memories to me, and I'm so excited that we're getting some really killer support for this deck, and hopefully they keep it true to the OCG format and it actually becomes out as a secondary structure deck. I think that would be really, really awesome. I hope that's the case. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you have enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life can be difficult. Be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.